From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spar on the radio.
So, hello to John Fishell. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for letting me chat to you today. So, can you tell me, how long have you been singer-songwriter for?
I don't know that I've ever not been a singer-songwriter. Even as a child, I was making up songs. I don't think they got any good and until I was in my 20s, but I've always been chugging away at it for sure.
So, what was like going to the recording studio when you first went there?
Interesting. I was always comfortable, and I think it goes back to having a cassette 4-track. I don't know if you remember those, but you could get a 4-track multi-track on a cassette. I always kind of have had one since a teenager. So just understanding the workings of that and understanding how that goes, it has always been comforting. I know what's going on. There's some pressure there, but it's being in a studio environment for me is really great when I have friends there and people I admire. So as long as that's happening, I'm in a great place.
So, can you tell me more about your debut single you released back in 2017 called Stand By?
Oh, yeah. So I wrote that with my drummer, Brian, who's out on this tour with me. He's a fantastic drummer. And it really just came up. We were just messing around with the opening lick, the opening guitar lick on there. And then a neighbor of Brian's, who's also a guitar player, came over and he gave me the sort of more complicated chords that happened in the chorus. And next thing you know, we had a song. We had enough for a song, and I mean, we worked through it a bit. There's some difficult drumming for Brian on that in terms of performance, but we usually open with that song, and it's always done well for us.
So, can you tell me more about Name State on Your Way to Hell?
Oh yeah, namaste. The thing the yoga people say when they're trying to say goodbye or relax. I just thought it would be funny to tell Mr. Donald Trump, namaste on your way to hell, buddy. As you might imagine, I'm not a big fan. I don't want to alienate people, but he drives me bonkers, and I thought it'd be fun to write a song saying goodbye to him. But lo and behold, he's coming back, so I might have to revise that one, add a few more lyrics or something.
So back in 2022, you did a live album. So can you tell me more about that?
Sure. Again, my drummer, Brian, he has his own studio outside of Denver, Colorado. And he kind of challenged me to make an album. He challenged me. I had a lot of songs sort of half finished and sitting around. And so he invited me over and we streamed it. We live streamed the recording of that album over on YouTube. You can sort of see us doing all the songs. And I think I got really lucky in terms of my performance. And, Brian was always great and the bass player was great. And when I listened back, I thought, oh man, this is an album. I think this is a finished piece, has a start, middle, and end. And I don't know if it tells a story or anything, but it really is a great document of where I was at that time. And we gave it all we got. It's all first takes on that thing, and I think it turned out pretty good.
So, where did you get your inspiration to write music?
A lot of times I like to just put myself in another situation. It's not always personal, but I do like to imagine what it would feel like to be someone who stalks someone, or imagine what it would feel like to be in a failing relationship and tie that into when it just sucks to be an airport. That was Standby. There's the Trump thing. I get these ideas of things to write about, and that's all the word stuff. The music stuff comes a bit easier for me, and I just honestly, I'm writing and recording music that I actually want to listen to, and really that's what it boils down to. Like if I'm driving along, or if I want to listen to music and I feel like that my song is what I might like to listen to, then I'm good,
So, can you tell me more about Carolina, California?
Oh, sure. That's a miracle song for me. A couple of miracles happened for that thing. I wrote it a while ago, and in fact, I wrote it as a demonstration for a course I was teaching at a university. I needed some material to record. In fact, the original recording and a lot of what you hear on the single is the original recording. There are students in the room as I'm recording that. They were very quiet; you can't hear them, but I remember them watching me as I was doing that. But yeah, it's a anyway. The miracle is that here it is, a rock song, and somehow it wound up on U.S. Top 40 radio. I don't know how anyone would put it there, but there it was. It's Taylor Swift, Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, and me. I couldn't believe it, honestly. So that's one miracle. And the other miracle is that if you look on that list, no one's an independent. Everyone's on a major label. Everyone has management. Everyone has a publisher and an agent, and I have none of those things. So again, that for me to be in that group is astounding to me. But yeah, so that's my little miracle song. That's what I like to call it.
So, can you tell me more about your latest single called Daisy Chains?
Sure. So that one, I really was, I was listening to The Cars, and I was listening to, actually, I was listening to the Power Station's version of T-Rex's Bang a Gong. And I thought, I could maybe do something with this and change it up a bit and have a synthesizer bass line and really, tip my hat to the 80s a bit. And really that's what that is. And lyrically, it's a little bit racy in that I'm talking about a dominatrix named Daisy Chains. So I invented this Daisy Chains character. But really the message is about, love yourself and, feel free to do what you need to do.
So we'll be working on any new music in the new future?
Always working on music. There's always stuff in the pipeline. We're going to record a new song this week in a studio in Frome. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, there's always something at some stage of completion going on, and I like to keep it moving on that and keep up with my brain, and if I'm thinking of something, I like to see it to the finish line and see if other people like it and enjoy it too.
So can you tell me, you're going to start a tour very soon, so can you tell me more about your tour that you got in the UK?
Yeah, so the band's over here with me, our sound guys with me, our tour managers with me. Great friend of mine, Ryan Brewer, is opening the shows. He's just fantastic. I love what he does, and we're just out here having a great time. It's funny. I was just saying to someone, even when there's two people there, I approach the shows like I'm playing in Wembley Stadium, because I mean that's where the music belongs, and that's my mindset. But yeah, I mean, we're playing some 200 and 250 capacity places, and I just hope I can meet as many people as I possibly can, because I'm enjoying everyone here, so that's a thrill for me.
So finally, can you tell me, listeners, where can I find you on your social media?
Oh, sure. I'm on all the social media except for Twitter. I had to draw the line. But my primary places are Facebook and Instagram. I try to get things on TikTok as much as I can. You just search for my name, John Fishell, Fishell. And then I have my website, johnfishell.com. Again, please feel free to follow and be friends and chat with me. I love talking with people.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
Thank you so much, Ruben. I appreciate it. You were fantastic.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, buddy.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.